It's time for a midweek mini. Welcome back to Wonderland on Points, presented by Yahoo Travel. I'm your host, Mary Ellen, and Joe and I are about to go on a little girls' weekend adventure together.
Woo, 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 woo. I'm excited to be somewhere warm that I can be next to water. It's
True.
warm here. There is no beach. There is no pool.
Yeah, if you guys want a clue as to where we're going, probably by now you have seen it on our Instagrams. I hope you're following us. You can follow Joanna at Joanna_Gammon. And then I am Family Travel for the Win with the number 4 in there. But I found myself Googling this morning, how do they keep the alligators out of the lake? Because the property we're staying at has a lake with boats and kayaks and all of these things. And I was like, how do they keep the alligators out? They don't really. You just have to watch out for them.
Pardon?
There's no swimming allowed. You're allowed to be on watercraft, on the boats, on the paddle boards, but you better not fall off that paddle board because they might get you.
Oh, no. I love to paddleboard, but I am not the steadiest on a paddleboard. I regularly fall off. I like to dangle my feeties in the water.
Oh, no dangling, my friend. You'll lose a toe.
Oh my gosh. I'm a little nervous.
I think I'm going to not tell my daughters about this because, they will see the signs. There's signs on property. So where we're going to check out the Hyatt Regency Grand Cypress. We're really excited. They have so many cool things, but no swimming in the lake. But I was going to try paddleboarding because I've never really been paddleboarding. And I'm like, ooh, that would be fun. But I probably will stick to the other watercraft that don't make me as likely to fall in.
You can just do seated paddleboarding. Just the crisscross applesauce seated. Then you won't fall off and we won't die.
Yes,
surely
hopefully
this can't be a regular occurrence because if it was, I don't think they would still be operating.
Yeah. Hopefully by the time you're hearing this, we all still have all of our fingers, toes, and limbs. We will keep them inside the watercraft. We're really excited to check out the Hyatt Regency Grand Cypress because it's such a family favorite. It's a great hotel option for Orlando, for going to theme parks. So we will give you a full report down the road. But for now, we're going to do a news roundup.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's actually been a minute since we've done one of these. So there's a lot of interesting and generally good news happening right now. I feel like there's a few little bumps in the road, but we've had a lot of negative news roundups lately, and it's nice for some, some things that are more exciting to me, like a really cool path to status or a really cool Chrome extension.
Oh, yeah.
2 things that I'm excited about.
Let's start with that, with the Seats.Aero. So there was news that Seats.Aero, which you guys know we have told you about, we do have a link if you want to sign up for their pro version. We'll put it in the show notes. But something really exciting, they got a brand new Chrome extension that works with Google Flights.
Yeah, so cool. I literally was looking at a demonstration of this and was thinking, what more do people need? What more could people possibly need? Seats.Aero itself is a little bit confusing for beginners, but the combination of it with Google Flights is just about as simple to understand as you can get, and it tells you everything you need to know. It's very cool.
Yeah, the pro members are going to get cardholder specific pricing that accounts for discounted United and Delta awards because those airlines give you discounts if you have a card. So there's definitely reasons if you are well into your points and miles game to get the pro version. And it's just really cool the way they have it all integrated with Google Flights now. I'm excited about that update.
Yeah, very, very excited to dig into it. Although I don't think I need to be planning any more trips for a while, so I don't need to be doing any searches. Restrain myself.
Next year. You've been on a run of trips right now, but before you know it, you'll be itching for more.
I've already got next year booked. I don't know. There's no more. No more. I can't.
All right, on to the next thing. And this is a big one. We are coming up on the ending date. We don't have the official date, but we know it's ending soon, at least at the time of this recording. Remember, guys, we record a little bit before, so by now the ending date might be published. But the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, which is, universally one of the best beginner cards, starter cards in the points and miles world, has an elevated offer right now of 100,000 Chase Ultimate Rewards points after about 5,000 spend in the first 3 months, I believe is the minimum spend requirement on that one. That offer's going to end soon, and it's a really great offer. So if you know someone who has been saying, hey, I need to learn about points and miles, or I think it might be the right time for me to get a new card, definitely have them jump on this elevated offer. We do have a referral link that'll be in our show notes. Obviously, you have we only use personal referral links. So you also, if you have this card or a Chase Sapphire Reserve, you also have a referral link for your friends and family. Make sure people know that this offer is ending soon.
And on that same note, the Ink business cards, which are currently elevated, we assume that those are going to be following a similar trajectory of ending soon. Again, we don't have a specific date, but these are fantastic ways to pump up your Ultimate Rewards stash with 0 annual fee, specifically the Chase Ink Cash and the Chase Ink Unlimited. Both of those cards have no annual fee. And if you have a preferred or a reserve, then those points can be converted from cash to Ultimate Rewards. So some people get a little confused when they look at it and they see that it's $750 cash back or $900 cash back or $1,000 cash back. That is simply Ultimate Rewards if you have the proper card to transfer them to, which in this case would be a Chase Sapphire Preferred, a Chase Sapphire Reserve, or an Ink Business Preferred. Those are such a sweet spot, and they were such a game changer for me at the beginning of my journey to really, really build up my stash very quickly. And most people do have some kind of income generating business that actually qualifies them for a business card that they don't even realize. So that's probably ending soon. Again, there are referrals for those in our show notes, and you also will have those referral links for you to share with your own friends and family.
Okay, next up, this is a bummer bit of news. Those were some fun things. This little piece of news I don't love. Singapore KrisFlyer now requires you, in order to search for award flights, you have to have at least 1,000 points in your account. And the real reason this is a bummer, you think, well, 1K is not that big a deal. Just to do the searches now, you have to transfer 1,000 points in the hopes that you find something. Very frustrating. And the bigger concern here is that this could be a new trend across programs because they really seem to want to discourage you shopping around and looking everywhere, right? They want to encourage loyalty to their program alone. So they don't love the award search tools being able to kind of help it make it easy for us to scan across all the airlines and find the best deals. So it seems like a little thing. I think they probably think, oh, this is hardly a little thing. No one will care that much, but it makes a big difference. And it actually is kind of a bummer, big time bummer.
It annoys me to no end. I think it's so stupid. I'm irritated by it. I do not want to see this pick up as a trend. I mean, the amount of places that I am searching sometimes individually, place by place, because I don't always trust the aggregators or they don't search everyone. The idea of having to put 1,000 points in all of those different places to complete all of my searches, that's annoying. I do not like it.
It's frustrating. I think the award search tools will stay ahead of it in some way. I have faith. I have faith that they will. But something to keep in mind, just throwing that out there as a bit of news going on in the points and miles world.
Yep. Okay.
We will get right back to today's episode, but I am so excited to share with you guys that I tested out the relief band that we've been talking about, and it was incredible. When I was on Prince Edward Island, we went on a 3-hour sailboat ride, and half of our journey was incredibly choppy. Just as choppy as my recent experience in Puerto Vallarta, where I spent the entire time laying on a couch, incredibly motion sick. And let me tell you, I did not have a single trace of motion sickness on this boat ride. I was literally able to just enjoy it and soak it all in and have a good time. I really could have never imagined this experience, and I am so unbelievably grateful. I've even tested it out in airplanes and as a passenger in a car where I stared at my phone for an hour just to test whether or not I was going to get motion sick, and I did not at all. This thing is going to be such a game changer for the rest of my life, and I honestly am so incredibly emotional and so grateful that they've chosen to partner with us. We are so excited to offer you guys a 25% coupon. This is such a generous deal on their part. I really am kicking myself for not trying this sooner. And don't forget that this is not just for motion sickness, it's for nausea of all kinds. Whether you're on a GLP-1 or you're going through cancer treatment or you have morning sickness or you get nausea from migraines, it works for all of this and so much more. And they have a fantastic 14-day money-back guarantee. You can find the link in our show notes or head to reliefband.com and use the code Wonderland at checkout. Okay, back to the episode.
So this partnership that we're going to talk about next is fun to me. Now, there are some parts of it that are kind of laughable, like none of us are ever going to do this. But there's other parts of it that I find very cool. So World of Hyatt and Air Canada Aeroplan have announced a partnership, which is kind of fun. It turns out, am in love with Air Canada. I do plan on flying them a whole lot more. They have such excellent award availability, and their economy experience was fantastic. So with this partnership, you have the ability to transfer points back and forth between these two brands, but the transfer ratio is literally terrible. You lose half your points either way that you move them. Do not do this. This is like paying for your Amazon purchase with points. Let's not. Okay.
Let's just don't.
But they have announced a very cool and very interesting path to globalist status. And Mary Ellen's going to take us through that a little bit, but I'm so intrigued by this. Now, it's not something that I can do right now because all my trips are already booked and it was not enough to make this happen, but it's very cool.
Any way that you can match over to Hyatt Globalist or get one of the fast track options is exciting. And I actually did this when American Airlines made it possible. And that's how I have my Globalist status right now. So what you can do is if you have Aeroplan 25K status, you can register for the annual 90-day Hyatt Fast Track Challenge. Now, the exciting part of this is if you have Marriott Bonvoy Titanium Elite or Ambassador Elite status, you can receive complimentary Air Canada Aeroplan 25K status. So if you don't already have the Aeroplan status, but you are a Marriott member, which honestly, I know a lot of people that are, a lot of corporate people that are, and maybe they already had access to the Hyatt Fast Track Challenge, but this is very exciting for you Marriott loyalists. So you can match over, complete 20 qualifying nights within a 90-day period, and earn that top-tier Hyatt Globalist status instead of having to get 60 nights, which is the standard to get Hyatt Globalist.
Yeah, and you can get Air Canada 25K status by opening the Chase Air Canada Aeroplan credit card. So if you do not have the Marriott status, then that would be your path. You'd open the Air Canada card, finish the spend on that, have your status, then you would match over to start this status challenge. So
it's a cool opportunity.
I don't know. I think this is pretty exciting for some people.
It definitely is. All right, next bit of information. Atmos Rewards. Now, we told you about this back before it happened, but I just want to remind everyone it went into effect starting July 1st. The partner award booking fee increased, and this is actually very significant. It's a lot of money when you're booking multiple tickets.
Yes.
Before it was $12.50. Now it is $20 each way for tickets issued starting July 1st. Additionally, Saver fares booked after June 11th, so this went into effect even earlier, and flown starting August 1st will no longer earn Atmos points or status points, which is very frustrating because we use a lot of Saver fares, pretty much always use a Saver fare anywhere I'm flying.
Yep.
You can get around that partner award booking fee if you have an Atmos credit card. So that's something to look into if you want to avoid, if you book a lot of the American Airlines flights through Alaska Atmos, you may want to look into the Atmos program a little more, get the right credit card. It's not all the credit cards. And, avoid that booking fee. It's actually something I probably need to do.
Yeah, I do a lot of these flights, so it's something that I'm considering highly as well. That really does add up. And for you, with 5 people,
Right.
that's,
Right.
I mean, that's significant for sure. All right, last but certainly not least, the fun stuff, the current transfer bonuses. We've got Amex to Virgin Atlantic, 30%. I feel like this one happens literally all the time. So I'm not like jumping for joy when I see a Virgin Atlantic transfer bonus, but I did use the Virgin Atlantic transfer bonus last year to go to England, and it was really
Same.
nice. It was a great option.
I wish that I had something in mind to use
Yeah.
this for because I do like capitalizing on it. But like you said, it does come around from time to time. So it's not the end of the world, but it does end here with July. So you only have a couple days left for this one. Also, Chase to IHG, 100% transfer bonus is about to end as well. Keep in mind with that one, though, always do the math, compare your options. I remember the first time I saw one of these Chase 100% bonuses over to IHG, I thought, oh my gosh, I've got to book everything. This is amazing. And then I did some of the math and realized that IHG properties can still sometimes be priced so high
Yep.
that it didn't actually make sense for me to do it. It
Yeah.
could. It
Oh, yeah.
definitely could make sense, but just be wary of it. Don't automatically think, oh, this is a no-brainer.
No, I think where that sweet spot really lies is for topping off. So, for example, you're going to go stay at the Kimpton we talked about in Rotan, and maybe you opened a card. Maybe you need 40,000 more points to finish your booking or whatever. This is where that 100% transfer bonus is just a absolutely beautiful thing when you don't need that many and you're kind of just filling in the gaps. But yeah, you do have to do the math because those are pricey. They are pricey. I just stayed in an IHG in New York, and they upgraded me to a suite because of the status that comes with my Chase Sapphire Reserve.
So
It was
fancy for
weird.
your 4 hours you were there.
It was literally an airport hotel. An airport hotel. I didn't even know they had suites at airport hotels. I was like, what is this? This is bigger than my house.
Hey, any upgrade is exciting, even if it's, a one-night stay. It's
Even
still
if we're
really exciting.
literally passing out and leaving at 4 a.m. Yeah, it was fun. It is fun. Okay, next.
Capital One has a transfer bonus that is also ending this month to Eva Air. Look into that if you want to go to Asia. There's a lot of great options that way. Any transfer bonus is an exciting opportunity. I will say that. I hate anytime I'm booking an international flight and can't get a transfer bonus. So if
Yes.
this is a good opportunity for anyone who has Asia on the brain for the next year or so, that could be a really cool option. City to Air France KLM, a 20% transfer bonus. This one you have some time. This one doesn't end until August 22nd. So if you want to go to Europe, then this is something to look into. I have flown both Air France and KLM business class with transfer bonuses and enjoyed the experiences greatly. I am currently looking at, as I record this, my cute little KLM,
Me too.
what do we call it? Pottery. The Delft
The
pottery
house.
that they give you, the little house on an international business class
Why is
flight.
it
If you go
blurring it out?
transatlantic. Oh,
My
I don't know.
camera's
You
blurring
can't see this, guys. We have video that we can see each other and it like blurs out part of it. I don't know. Very cute little piece of pottery. I honestly really love this Cersei and treasure it.
Me too. I do treasure my very first business class flight ever. And this is just like the souvenir of my dreams.
And never forget
It's
the butter.
the cutest.
Never
The
forget
butter.
the
You know-
KLM business class
You know
butter.
what? Now I'm adding to that list that I will never forget was out of Dublin Aer Lingus clotted cream for their scones. Oh, it was
So good.
It was so good. We'll talk about that later, guys. We're gonna do a whole episode about Ireland, Aer Lingus business class, passport psychoticness. If you
Oh
haven't
my
been following
goodness.
my Instagram, if you are not following me on Instagram, you really missed some stuff. Holy cow.
So true. All right, guys. Well, that is the Points and Miles news for the week, a little news roundup. We hope that you're having a fantastic summer. Join us in the Facebook page. Make sure you've signed up for the Why Wonder newsletter that comes out twice a week. It's free. We would really appreciate you signing up, and we hope that you're enjoying it if you've been getting that.
Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for listening. Just as a reminder, the absolute best way that you can give back to the show is by leaving us a rating and review, especially on Apple Podcasts. That is our main listenership, and it helps get us in front of new ears. So if you think that there are friends out there in your life who would like to learn how to travel on Points and Miles, share the show with them, and then make sure to give us a little snippet of what you've learned from us in those reviews. We absolutely love reading those, especially when you give a personal story of something that you gained from listening to the podcast. It means so much to us to read those. They make us very, very happy, and it really does help us and give back to all the time and energy that we put into this. So we appreciate it more than we can ever put into words, and we'll see you here next time.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for joining us for today's episode. We hope you learned something new and feel inspired to plan your next trip.
Remember, we're travelers sharing our experiences, not financial advisors. So always do your own research and make informed decisions.
If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow so you never miss a Points and Miles tip.
We'll see you next time on Wonderland on Points.